Hey, hello everyone. I hope so everyone can hear me and I am loud and clear. Hold on. That's good. My screen share, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Let me fix it. Yeah, that's the correct screen. Let me fix the size of this. Just give me, I should have done this before starting the stream, but you know, as they say, it's never too late. So let's quickly do this. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so today what we're gonna do is we're gonna code LangChain is like an available framework. We'll be creating a simpler version of this. So basically, this lets you, this is like an abstraction layer above all the different LLMs available. And this could let you build different kinds of LLM workflows. So let's say, you want to have several agents attached to your LLM or any those kinds of workflows. This could help you to kind of like build all those, and this is expensive. So if you go, so you can see whatever, like this has a cost. So I was thinking, like, can I build a simpler version of this? So that's the idea. We're going to use TypeScript for this, and let's see how does this goes, right? Probably will use Dino. I mean, let's see, should I use Dino or not? I'm not sure. Should I use Dino? Let's go to the Dino website. Let's see, what do we have? Uncomplicate JavaScript, we have Dino. Looks good. Let's try to build this in Dino, right? So let's go to the docs. Let's see how to get started. We'll go to get started. Do I have Dino? Not sure. Not sure do I have Dino or not. Dino. No, I don't have Dino. So what we'll do is we'll just copy this stuff, paste this. That should give us Dino. Let's wait until we have Dino available. And what's up? How are you guys doing? How's life? By the way, I cannot see the chat right now. Should I have the chat? Let's see. If I go chat, I have an option to have chat, but that's good. I have to sign in. That's sad. Okay. Run this to get started. Do I have Dino? Dino version. Oh, I don't have Dino. What do you mean? Dino was added to the path. Okay, let's restart the terminal. That should give me Dino. Okay, great. We have Dino now. Let me quickly log in. I think this wouldn't work here. So let's try this one. If I do, yeah, it's two-step verification. Tap yes on your phone. Let's do that. Do I have something? Yeah. Yes, it's me. Can I see the chat now? Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I have chat, but I cannot see any one of you there. That's okay. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll be starting a new project, and let's go to the projects, and not sure what should I call it. LLM chat framework, LCF. I don't know. let's call it, let's give it some interesting name. What should I name it? What should I name it? Let's name it Thor or Asgard, or well, I've been playing like this God of Wars recently, so that has a lot of the character names are like really good. Atreus, we can keep that also. Um, uh, yeah, let's keep like, I don't know. Let's name it Thor for now. Later on, we might. Yeah. So how does this work? Create a TypeScript or JavaScript file called file main and include the following code. So just create a main.ts. Let's open this in VS Code and let's call this main.ts. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger. So now what we will do is I'll just place myself to that side because I feel, yeah, that's better. I don't know how do you do that? Is it control? No, that's not. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's create a main.ts file. Let's log something up, and then what we can do is we can do main.ts, and then wait, what did I do? Did I just run a ts file with Node? That's insane. Okay, but I want to run it using Dino. Okay, great. So one thing only I'm worried about, like, is it Dino is Node compatible? Most Node projects will run Dino with little or no changes. Dino supports npm packages. Just use npm this and specify an import, so that would work. As now Node supports TypeScript, I'm thinking like, should I even do that? Okay, let's I'm so let's use normal TypeScript. I mean, let's do yarn init -y and add yeah, we should have a new folder called src that should have a new file called index.ts, and we could so what do we want, right? So let's first create an index.md file, and so what do we want? We want an abstraction layer above using LLMs and LLMs through chat systems. So it will have two modules, kind of like it will have a module to handle all the LLM operation, and then we can have a module for all the chat operations. So and chats, that's good. Currently will support currently let's support OpenAI. Then we can also support Anthropic, that is like Claude, right? And then we would support Llama, right? So this is the initial idea, and later on we should be able to give functionality to add tools or connect MCP servers to the chat as client, whatever. Like, you should be able to do all these things. So that's basically the goal. And yeah, let's get started. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll write the like a vague thing. So like, I don't know, what should we call it? Let's create a class, and we should call it what? This should be LLM module. I don't know. Yeah, for now that sounds a cool name. Constructor right? And then we can export this. Yeah, and then what we can have few things. So this LLM module will take a configuration. So let's create an interface for that, and let's create config LLM module config, and this could be like model. So currently there are only few supported models, so we'll say type supported models. Let's, for example, let's take that example, you know, GPT 3.5, so, and all those things. So we'll say supported models, and then temperature and all, not right now. I mean, yeah, but we can have, but not exactly now. So we can have an optional character called behavior. So let's call it string. That's the behavior. Again, temperature not required as of now, and let's have it for now. So we'll say config, this is LLM config, and then hold on, I have a call, guys. Oh, I think I disconnected. Okay, it's all right. So now what we can do is we can have private model. No, I don't want to do that. So let's have private config and that, and then what we can have is we can say this dot config is equal to config. Right. So we have the configuration. Next, what do we want from our LLM module? We want the ability to preload data. For example, you know, so if like if you have already chats which was there from the previous session, what it will do is it will summarize that and kind of use as a context for the LLM or chat or whatever we are doing. Like, okay, so we can have set I don't know how, what should I call it, set initial context, right? And then I can, this shouldn't be a string, this could be anything. So this could be context, this could be literally anything, but it shouldn't be null or something like that. No, it cannot be anything. Hold on. So this should be a string, right? Or this could be an object, right? So that's good. Okay. And now this will do what is, this will set the initial context for the LLM module, right? Let's think of like how would that LLM module look like. Let's create an LLM dot ts class LLM. No, this will be OpenAI LLM. So let's create individual LLM first. OpenAI I don't know, LLM. Should I create a new folder for this? Not sure. Let's create a new folder for this. So we'll call it LLMs. So large language model, I don't know. LLM, this is LLM communication, kind of like that. So I'll just call it OpenAI .ts, and then we can have, let's I'll give this a connect, like I'll give this a nomenclature connect in our application. So this will be like, this is like the connection layer. So all the logic where we'll be actually communicating with OpenAI will be over here, right? Let's you can, so there will be a particular interface which all of these needs to be following, so that, you know, they are cross compatible. So, you know, we can use just one file and we can call any one of these, right? So for that I have to create something like type. Should I create type dot yes, right? And then I can export an interface, or I can export a type called our interface, and we can call it, I don't know, LLM connect module. This will have what should this have? This should have I don't know, send message. That should be some message string, and we'll see how to handle streaming data and all those things later on. But first let's do this. Set initial context, set behavior, that's also good, and set model is something which we don't care about basically. But yeah, so this is a LLM connect module. Anything else? Can I think of anything else? Do I have like, no? Okay, so let's go to this, and let's create this class OpenAI connect. Okay, so this is also an thing. So we should be able to add the keys in the configuration itself. So in the index file in the LLM module, we should have auth keys, I don't know, API keys, right? And then this will be an object, so it will be like OpenAI, it will be a question mark, and then it will be like API key org ID. Do I need org ID? I don't know, we'll see later on. Let's have only API key right now. Then you could have Claude and all those things. Eventually I'll add them, but for now, like, let's have this like this, right? So you can pass the keys over here. Yeah. And yeah, let's go to OpenAI Connect. Let's go to constructor. This will have few things. First of all, API key, which will be a string, and model, which will also be a string, right? Should I take this like this? I don't know. So let's create an interface called OpenAI Connect config, and this could have API key, model, behavior, all those things. Initial behavior, yeah, it will be taking from there. That's good. So yeah, and then I could have private this, and this. Great. So I have OpenAI Connect with these properties, and now we'll write different functions. So this should extends LLM connect module. I don't know why I cannot import this. Also there's this type. I don't know why the autocomplete for import is not working. I don't know the reason. It's having some issues. Oh, it's implements, it's not. Yeah, great. So we are having this error because again we haven't implemented all the stuff from the LLM Connect module, so which we are going to do that. Let's quickly write this. So we'll have all these things: send message, set initial context, and all those different things. But again, we have to write the actual implementation here, so not sure. This will be like this, and this will be like this, and this will be like this. Okay, good. Now we actually have to use the OpenAI API for all this. I don't know, do we even have credits or not? No, I don't want to go there. Wherever, whatever I've clicked, I want to go over here. Okay. So you need to install OpenAI. Copy this. Yeah, and add OpenAI. That will add OpenAI. Today we'll be writing probably just configuration for tools like Claude and OpenAI models. Yeah, that's the plan. Let's see how much of it we can actually use. I cannot see any of the chats. If you guys are writing something, I don't know. Let me check it out. Like, are you guys writing something? Not sure. Let me open. I don't know. Studio.youtube.com. Oh, so that's good. Okay, so we have send message, we have set initial context, and we have set behavior. Now what we'll do is we'll just implement all these things. So we have installed OpenAI, I guess, and now what we can do is we can start working with this. So let's import OpenAI. Let's open Arjun Krishna. Hey, hi Arjun Krishna, what's up? How are you? How are you, buddy? So we have a client. So we can have, I don't know, should we have it like this? Yeah, I think we should have it like this. What are we building? We are building an abstraction layer above all the different LLMs. So like, you know, you'll be able to use this tool to communicate with different kinds of LLM just using a single interface, like just using a single program, just like LangChain. So this will, so I have seen like all the current available solutions does not have a lot of features, like, you know, authentication is not there, you know, like cost calculation is not there and all those things. So me and my team, so I have like few engineers, we're building a product which kind of like requires this, which needs this particular part, and we are building that entire ecosystem. We're trying to build that ecosystem where we have authentication, we have agent communication, we have MCPs, so you can connect MCPs with this and all those things. So let's see how far we can take this. So we have OpenAI and we have all these different things. So I think here we have to initiate this. So dot OpenAI is equal to new OpenAI. So now here we have to, so say model this dot model. Cool, that's interesting. Thanks, buddy. What do you mean? I cannot pass this. That's weird. Let's look at the documentation. So like you just have to pass something like this and that should work. Let's see. Model still angry. Oh, so you just have to have an instance and then you can create out of that. So that makes sense. Okay, then again we would not need this. To make your first API request in minutes, learn base. Oh, that I don't care about that. Let's go to text and prompting. So we have, you create an instance and then you get a response. You mean a layer that can trigger MCP server based on the LLM output or decision? No, man, that's just a part of it. Like that's not all that I'm creating. The goal of this particular app will be, do you know LangChain? It's an abstraction layer which provides different, just a simpler version of LangChain with authentication, with MCP connection, with all those things. So yeah. So we have a behavior. Hold on. No, that's not what we want. This is just a single response thing, right? That's not building agents. and then there is a feature called assistants, right? So what we would like is, we would like something like assistant that would be, and we can have conversations with it. So let's find the documentation for assistant. Prompt generation, real-time transcription, real-time config conversation. So this is a beta. So let's look at OpenAI assistant API docs. Assistant API tool. No. Quick start. That's how you do it. So basically we create a assistant out of the tool. So I don't know. So we can have a function called init assistant, or we can initialize this as soon as the OpenAI Connect is created. Not sure what is the correct way though. Let's have the assistant like this only, like, you know, later on if we feel that this is not a good idea, we can just switch. So this, like, you just do assistants.create. So let's give any type. So we'll get the type from here. So this dot OpenAI dot not chat, but OpenAI dot beta dot assistant dot create, and whatever, like, what does this return? That's what I'm interested in. So it's OpenAI assistant. This is the thing. Yeah, let's pass the configurations. So this needs a name. Again, all these configuration would go over here. So we can pass a name. Yeah, so this will be a name. So we can pass like config.name over here, and then it will also need a model, and this dot model. So I think we can have name over here. Your voice is distorted. My voice is distorted. Now I think it should be fine. My microphone, I think it's hello. Now is it okay? Now is it okay? Now I feel this should be fine. Yeah, now it shouldn't be distorted. Thanks, man, for the information. So this dot what we can do, this dot, okay, we were having name over here. Config.name, and what we can have is, we can say, instead of this, we can say this dot name, and then what other things do we have? I don't think so behavior is actually an option for us. Let's go to the documentation and see. So we have tools. Again, tools we gonna have, but not exactly right now. So let's build the basic thing, and then we can have tools. So then the model is there, which we have supported this. So this is an assistant, not this entire thing. That might be an issue. Yeah, whatever. Like, will this work? No. What's the type of this? I can write this return type of OpenAI beta. No, wait. Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. That's bad basically, but whatever. So now we have an assistant. So basically how this works is, basically you have instructions, that's the behavior. So we can have instructions, that's this dot behavior, and there you go. So we have an assistant ready. Hello, long time. Hello, hi, random work, what's up? It will be great if you can keep your live stream recordings. I'll keep it, buddy. I'll keep it. I usually try to finish it, and if things goes wrong, or if I have some work, or I'm stuck, I don't want you guys to just be waiting for like hours. So that's why. Okay. So this dot assistant, and then finally we have an assistant, and then we have send message. So basically, um, during the message, it has to have a thread. So let's create a thread. I think that will be good. This dot thread is equal to, I don't know. Um, so the client will have. So do we have client? How do you create the client or the main API? So this OpenAI uh, dot beta dot threads dot create, right? So we don't have this. Okay. So we have the initial thread and we can just give it the name private thread. That typing is stupid, but that works. So they're just saying if it works, don't touch it. That's what I'll do. But I think we can import this somehow. Um, yeah. Okay, let it be. So we have this. We have the thread now. So now we should be able to send a message. So how do you do it? Add a message to the thread. You just do so thread should be a universal concept, right? Thread should be a universal concept, and yeah, that's what I feel. Thread should be a universal concept. I don't know. Let's send the message first. So this is how you do it. Let's copy this, paste this over here, and then you have message. So you can say let message is equal to, so instead of client, this dot openai dot beta dot, what happened? Oh, because this is yeah, that makes sense. Hold on. No, that doesn't make sense. Why can't I access this dot? That's weird. Send message. Oh, that's good, Arvind Krishna. Hello, bhai, kya bana rahe ho? This is an abstraction layer of all the LLMs. So you would be able to use all the LLM with single abstraction layer. Like basically that's the goal. You should have one configuration for all the LLMs, and then you should be able to interact. Right. Also, you should be able to switch LLMs for a particular context in middle of a conversation. Like you should be able to do all those things using this tool, whatever I'm building. So we can take this thread, I'm pretty sure, and we should add a message on this. Do we have add message? No, I think. So threads messages create. Okay, so we just do this dot openai dot beta dot threads dot messages dot create. Yeah, that's what you do. And the configuration, you have the thread ID. So I don't know why does this do this. Okay, that's not an object. Makes sense. So we can have a thread ID. Oh wait, this is Python. That's weird. This should be Node.js. Okay, so that takes thread ID. So I can say this dot thread dot ID. Oh wait, that should be a wait. And this should be a promise. So is this a promise? My question is, yes, that's a promise. So this dot assistant, where's the assistant? Wait, do we have an assistant? So this should be a promise. This should be this, but resolved. So this should be this. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now we have even the typing is better. So even for the thread, I think this will be a promise. Yeah, this is an API promise. So I can say await. I can go to create. I can just copy this entire thing, and I can paste this over here instead of all this weird stuff. I'm not from CS. Can you explain this simply? Oh, the simple explanation. Okay. The simple explanation is, see, okay. Do you know LangChain? LangChain, you know? So I'll have to open Excalibur now. Hold on to explain this. So this is what I'm building. See, there's a chat interface. Let's call it this, whatever, like your chat interface, right? And now this, and let's say you have some backend, right? Let's call it backend, and then that needs to be connected to some LLM. So this is your LLM, right? So this is your LLM, whatever. No, yeah. So let's call it this your this is your backend, this is your LLM, right? Your chat system calls your backend calls your LLM, and this LLM needs to be connected to different this LLM needs to be connected to different things, right? You could have various tools, you could have APIs, you could have and now there is a management of all this chat. So you need to feed the previous context, you need to manage authentication, all those things, right? So what you have to do is you need a lot of code to manage all these, and you need a lot of things. And usually this thing is always the same for most of the applications, right? So what I want to do is I want to create this abstraction layer where you have all of these complex logic done by this library, rather than you doing it again and again for your app. So you just have to use the library and give it the API keys and configuration, and then what you can do is you can call this API. So hey, this is the chat for this user, maintain it separate, whatever, like instance, and do all those things. It will do it, right? So that's the thing. uh that's the goal, at least for now. I hope so this makes sense. So that's it, basically. That's what it is. Okay, great. So let's continue. So we have this we have wait, hold on. So okay, so this dot thread dot id is something which we want, and then we need to pass several configurations. So as you can see, this is the role and this is the content. So the role will be always user for us, and content will be whatever the message the user wants to send. Are you building a personal AI, like you're giving your own data for training? No, bro, I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. I'll explain you what I'm doing. First of all, why the send message have an return type promise? This doesn't make sense. This should be void, and this should be await. There shouldn't be a const over here, and this should be a sync. Yeah. So I'm building an library framework, an abstraction layer above all these LLMs. Role, and then we have a context. So this is with streaming, this is without streaming. So we have a message in return. So we can have message, right? So that's an await. Also, there's just like, so instead of message, I can say response message. So that's rest message. And then what you can do is you can have a streaming. So you can have like a stream. So now here what we can do is, I have an interesting solution. So what we can have is we can have a generator function. I think that's how you build a generator function. So this is basically a generator function, and this will yield the text out, right? So yeah, this will yield the text out. Again, this type send behavior is not required, but we'll see. So sync constructor. Can a constructor be async? That's a question. No async constructor. What? There should be some way. So let's create a private function, and let's call it init OpenAI, right? And then let's have all these things over there. And then what we can do is we can just have this async, and then that's fine. And you can say this dot init OpenAI, and then that will basically initialize OpenAI. Yeah, that's all fine now. Next thing, we have REST message and then thread ID, then assistant ID. So the thing is, either we can create a new assistant, or the user could give an assistant ID which he has created. So for now, like, let's take an assistant ID from the user in the configuration. So we can give an assistant ID. We can give it a string. Okay. So we can just take this dot assistant. I don't know. No. Private assistant ID. Like, this should not be undefined. Because if the assistant ID is undefined, it will again and again create create assistant, which we don't want. So we'll just have an assistant ID. The user has to supply an assistant ID, which should be config.assistant ID or blank. No. So I don't know why assistant IDs. Oh, this is optional. This shouldn't be optional. Okay, so we have an assistant ID, and now what we can do is we can send a message, and so this is done, and now we can get response. So we can have we use stream SDK helper to create a run with streaming. The SDK provides a helpful event listeners with all those things. Okay, so let's have a thing called get response, and then what we can have is we can just avoid this as an generator function. We can have get response. Get response will be like this. So we'll have to create a run. So we'll just say const run is equal to OpenAI beta run stream. So this should be this dot OpenAI dot beta dot beta dot I don't know, assistant dot, how do you do now, threads, beta dot threads dot runs dot create. So you have to create now runs dot stream uh, okay, so this stream takes the thread ID and then an assistant ID. So we can say this dot thread dot ID, and then we can have an assistant ID, this dot assistant ID, right? And then what we can do is we can text created. I think that's what we need. We need text created. Yeah, so we can say text created so dot on. So these are different functions. We can say text created, and then this is some text, right? And then we can yield this text. So that's a problem. Is there any this dot yield, something like that? No, that doesn't work. That's an issue. Let's ask ChatGPT how to yield this text. That doesn't work, right? So quick fix. Okay, so if I see this const text of run, does this even work? I'm not sure. That's an event. So text dot data dot, what's this? Let's check. Like, let's see what do we get in the data, right? So over here, so that's good. For now, like, just for testing this out, let's create a temp test, something like that, something like temp ts. This will be a temporary file just for used for testing all the individual modules. So we can create a const, I don't know, main async, something like that, and then we can call this main, and then we can create whatever, like temp OpenAI OII is equal to new OpenAI connect, and then we can pass the configuration. Let's open OpenAI and let's try to like, do we have credits? Let's check. Let's go to dashboard. We have logs, we have responses, we have all those things. We have assistant, and we have a lot of different assistant. We can try any of these, but for now let's go to usage. Do we have credits? We'll have to add credits. API keys, usage, total spend. How can I recharge this? How can I not sure. Storage. Let's go and create an API key. Create new secret key, and we'll name this key, I don't know, test OpenAI. Project will be the default project. Permissions will be all. Restricted, read only, I don't know, all. And I think it will show the API key, so I'll just hide it in my other create API key. Hold on, let me create an API key. So we'll just say, I don't know, test OpenAI. Okay, I have the API key now. I'll just quickly create a .env file and just put open AI API key. Just hold on. Okay, so now we have OpenAI key. Let's try to use this. So again, we'll have to install this thing called .env. So we've added .env, and now what we have to do is we have to import what .env from .env, and then we call .env.config. So that will kind of like load all those things, and then I can pass the wait, how do you do this? Oh, we haven't imported this. What? No, this is okay. And then I can pass API key, and I can just say process.env.this, and model is, yeah, I don't know about model. Let's go back. Yeah, this is my, let's go to the docs. Let's use GPT 4.1 as our model rather than this one, and we can just say or empty. We'll take care of the other cases. Name will be, I don't know, what should I name this? My cool assistant, right? Okay, what else do you need? Assistant ID. So we have a lot of assistants. What we can do is we can create a new assistant for this particular use case right now. So let's create this. Let's call it like I don't know, test, I don't know, like Google Assistant, Google Help Assistant. The reason why I'm writing Google is because, you know, later on I want to test all the, like, attaching all the Google tools like Gmail, like Google Sheets, like all those things, and we should be able to perform actions using our LLM. So we'll use the same assistant during that time. So you are a helpful bot that helps people to perform, I don't know, these instructions are required. You are a helpful bot that solves tech issues for people, right? Right, so you can just copy this, and then we'll just have all of these things off, and we'll say create. That will help us create the thing. Yeah, we have Google Assistant, whatever this is, and we have this is the our assistant ID. So what we'll do is we'll pass this. That's the assistant ID we have, and then we have the temp, whatever this is. Let's try to send a message. Temp dot send message. Hello, how are you? And then let's try to get a response. So we can just say await on this, and then we can say uh, const res is equal to get response, and then for text res this log whatever you have, right? So that's a generator function. So that's how we receive it. And let's try to run this node temp no src dot temp unknown file extension dot ts. What? Okay, no worries. So let's add we can add ESLint and all those things. Should we add ESLint? No, let's add types. Like right now, let's keep it simple. So let's add TypeScript node daemon. Do we need anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, and let's do npx ts config .json to generate a config. What backend or frontend and DB are you using? I am not using any DB, man. Like I'm creating a framework currently, which will be sitting above all the LLMs. So no database currently. It's just a framework currently. Hold on, guys. I have a call. I have an important call. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Was had a call. So we'll just call it Node.js. And whatever TS config this generated, I would like to just remove one thing from this, the space URL. Yeah. So now we are good to go. Just we need to add this in the package JSON. So we'll have to add like I don't know, scripts, and then we should have like a dev script, which should be node exec this node. Like this shouldn't be this should be temp dot ts, and then what we can do is we can just do node src temp no sorry, so it should be node yarn dev. That should be able to do it. Okay, failed ts node not found. So we'll just add ts node. Yeah, that's good. So now if we run dev, now finally we have some good errors. So we have API keys declared, but its value is never read. All these things, and these errors are due to my ts config. So let's go to ts config. Let's remove some of these rules. Remove comments is something. No explicit any. No, I don't want to follow these. Strict null checks I don't want. Strict type checks I don't want. Strict no implicit this I just hate all these things. Like I love this, but like let's for testing let's not have all these. We can, yeah. .env, it's saying unable to compile. What's wrong now? It's saying it cannot find .env. What the hell? What are you saying? So we have config, and then we can have this. That should be fine. So okay, now we have something else. OpenAI API key, environment variable is missing or empty. Okay, so we didn't provide this API key to the client. So we have this API key, but we are not providing it. That's weird. That should be API key, and then there should be this dot API key. And then do we need anything else? Do we need base URL retries, all those things? No, not now. Okay. Cannot read properties of undefined reading ID at 45. It cannot read properties of thread. So this you can write this if this dot, if there is no this dot thread, then we can say this like, I don't know, else throw new error, thread not initialized, format on save. That should be fine now. So this will give this error because now there's no ID, because this dot thread is not defined. What do you mean? Send message. So basically we can't have async constructor. So for now, like, let's do one thing. Let's have this as a public function. And now what I can do is I can go to the temp. I can go over here and I can say await OpenAI.init OpenAI, and then I can do that. Okay. So it crashed. Thread is not initialized. What do you mean? No, thread is initialized. What do you mean? This dot thread is equal to await this dot OpenAI dot beta dot whatever this is. I can be a little bit smart on this. I cannot like just like, let's not create a thread right now over here. And instead of doing this, let's go over here and say if there is no this dot thread, then do what? Then what do you need to do? Then you to just create a thread. That's exactly what you need to do. This is not something we have right now. Again, what is the name? All these things is not required for thread. For creating thread, what do you need? What do you need for creating thread? Nothing. Oh, see, we have things working now. That's good. So we have things working now. So we are getting in progress. We are getting something else then. Okay. We are getting some responses, but rate limit exceeded. Okay. So we don't have credits. That's the issue now. So we have to fix our credit situation now. So to buy some credits. Let's buy some credits. I don't know where to do that from. Like, what's the usage billing? I don't know. Add to credit. Should I add $10? Yeah, $10 is cool. Wait, hold on. So I think this wouldn't. I cannot add it from here. I have like most of my stuff is over here. My card is over like OpenAI. API login. Let me add credits quickly. Platform.openai.com. Yeah. Continue with Google. Select the Google account. I'm doing that on the second screen. Just give me, I don't know, 30 seconds and I'll be done. Going over here, billing, add credits. Let's add $10. Payment mode. This one. Okay, finally we have this, and okay, confirm. Now I should have the credits if everything goes well. Yep, done. So if I refresh, we should have some money over here now. Right, that's how it should be. See, ta-da, we have $10. That's great. Okay, so now let's go to the this, and let's stop this. Stop. Now this should work. See, we have messages now. So all these things what you're seeing over here are basically messages. So all these things what you're seeing over here. So we have ID, object, and we have the message. So we have in progress, status in progress, and we should have a status done somewhere. Is the status changed? Status completed. Yeah, that's good. So oh, that's good. Still watching. Landed some minutes before. Can you tell me just of what you are building and what languages are you using right now? Saying Node.js, anything else? Right now, Node.js. Later on, we might build it using Python. So we'll have a Python binding for this as well. But for now, like in the current stream, it's Node.js. We have something, but not sure. We have type message created. Okay, so there should be something common between these. So we have ID step. Wait, hold on. Let me go to this, and let's stop this. And so this is not text, of course, and we are like event. So we can say, oh, that's good. No, don't yield all the events. If text dot event is equal to uh message completed, message created. It should be message created. Then data. Yeah, if it's from assistant, then yield the content. That makes sense. What's the use case you're thinking? Use case, man. Code scored. The use case is pretty simple. See, currently there are few things which are very difficult if you want in the LLM context, like implementing authentication is hard in MCPs, right? Then having a proper architecture for your application to calculate cost per user is very difficult, right? For example, like let's say your application has like 10,000 users, right? And they're using LLM, calculating how many tokens they have used individually. You're implementing all these, it's kind of like tough. And also you have to repeatedly do it. So for every application, you have to write this code to have how much is their usage and how much all those things, right? This authentication thing, and then connecting different tools and all those things. Also, handling these MCP servers and launching them and connecting them, it's kind of like tough. What I want to do is I want to build a framework which does all this. So all this kind of like is taken care by this particular framework. But so basically right now we are writing OpenAI Connect, which is the OpenAI connection layer. Then we'll be writing Claude connection layer. Then we'll be writing all other maybe Llama connection layer. Then we'll have a symbol like a single connect layer which kind of like handles for all these different connections. So that will enable us to use one single framework for all these different LLMs rather than individually implementing for all of them, like you usually do, which is very time taking and it's very tedious, right? Okay, so this seems a little bit better. Let's do this. We don't have anything so far. Okay, we have an empty array. Okay, we have an empty array, nothing else. So let's leave this if. So we have created I don't know if this starts with this dot message. That's okay. Yeah, that is I think something we can do. if this dot starts with I don't know what was the thing before, it's thread dot message, then we are okay with this. Yeah, then we can have this. I don't know, let's just yield the message, I don't care. We don't see anything. Oh wait, we see something. So we have a delta that has an delta object. Okay, that's delta. That's cool, but don't you think auth of MCP is kind of useless? Because if you add auth to MCP, you better use tool itself. Yes, partially you're correct, but I mean not specifically MCPs. See, MCP will just be a part. Even like for tools also, right? You need auth. Also the communication between these different LLMs, they need auth. And my friend, his name is Aniket, he implemented a auth layer, just the auth layer, right? You know, if you want to like just judge the demand, I think I would search for his profile. Hold on. I would show you what he has built. github.com slash that's his profile. You can see. So I think this is the thing, right? MCP remote setup with JWT auth. Yeah. So this not sure where he does this, but this was quite in demand. Like a lot of people actually praised it. So this is actually something which is in demand and people want it. I would like you to go to this library. This build by my friend. You can explore how does he do this. But yeah, this is a genuine problem. Right? Okay. Let's focus on our problem right now. This one. So let's see what kind of output are we getting. So we're getting thread message delta. Like that's a like a small text, and then we have delta dot content, and then you have a final whatever this um right. So let's do one thing. um let's let's have the delta and let's stream them. Let's see how does that goes on. Also, this is a fun learning experience, right? So what if we just instead of this we said text dot event dot is equal to it's delta, right? And then we take text dot I don't know, text dot event dot text dot data dot object or delta dot content, right? And we yield this. Let's see what do we get. Okay, as you can see, hey, I am. So this is the thing which we need. So what we can do is we can just take the text out of this. Wait, this is an array, right? So it's an array. So we can just take the 0th index for this, and I can say index we have type, and then we have text. So we should have something called text. Not sure why. And then text has a value. What happens? This crashes. Okay. Why would this crash? That's kind of weird. Right, if we do this, what will happen? Let's see. Okay, so we have all these things and they have a text. So this should have a text, right? Whatever, like just yeah, just can you skip the TypeScript check over here? I don't know. TS ignore is something which we want. Yeah. We definitely have the text dot value. Okay. So now what we can do is we can just go over here in the temp. We have the text. I don't know, something like final, and I can say final plus equals to text, and then I can print this rather than const. This could be let. Yeah, there you go. So we should finally have one line answer, something like that. So hello, I am here ready to help you with any tech issues you might have. How can I assist you today? So that's exactly how I want this to be. Let's change few things. So let's change few things. So let's change the behavior to, can you start the conversation with a greeting and I don't know, like this kind of emoji, and a happy, I don't know, this, will this work? Yeah, that worked. That took a little while, but yeah. Let's see, does that work or not? Let's see. That that didn't work, but that's okay. Hello there, I'm ready to. Okay, that's good. So we have something working. That's kind of good. And this streams. So this streams the texts. So that's also good. Uh, but again, uh, this is not something which I would like to handle. This is a very temporary solution. Let's see what all different events do we have, and what does they mean. So what we'll start with is, so we'll just call it, I don't know, event dot data dot, let's call it res, and let's call it res dot data dot res dot event. So we have thread dot message dot delta dot completed dot failed dot queued dot step created expired failed in progress. Okay, good. Let's do one thing. Let's log the entire res, and I don't know, let's return at the end. Let's run this. Let's see all the different events that we get. Okay, let's go to the top. So this first gives us the thread created event. That should basically be the message created. The data basically is like everything like thread ID and all those things, right? Which model is it and what was the instruction? So this is the thread creation, and then after that, this thing is queued, right? So this thing is queued. So this is queued for like resolution. Then it goes to in progress. In progress, that means the message like generation starts. After this, there's this step called step created. Not sure, like run in progress makes sense, but what is step created? Step in progress. So type message created. Also, these are the different steps. Okay, so message created, and then you have in progress, message created, and then again, and then finally you have message is created. So again, we don't care about these two events. We care about this event, and then this event, and then finally in progress. So let's simplify this. Let's have one common structure, so that all of this is simplified. So I'll just close this, and let's simplify this. So here in the types, what we can do is we can have, like, I don't know, export interface, response structure, response stream structure, right? This will be simple data, which will be a string, right? Very simple. I just want to keep it very simple. Then it shouldn't be data. Let's call it like data chunk. That's not the full thing. Then I don't know. Um, so we can say status. So this could be like in progress, and then completed, and then error. And then if there is an error, we can just say this is the error, and this will be the common structure for all of them. So what we can do is we can just copy this, and we can go to OpenAI Connect, And then over here what we can do is we can check for these things. So we can say rest dot event dot if this is equal to delta, or this is equal to created, right? Then we can have in, I don't know, let in progress is equal to false, and then this will be in progress is equal to true, right? And then we can say if rest dot event is equal to thread, I don't know, not thread created, but message dot created. Is it created? What does it give? So first this is run in progress, this is run created, then run step in progress, then message created. So we have message created, and then we have in progress. So rather than tracking this, wait, hold on. Hold on, I have an idea. So rather than tracking this, what we can do is we can say in progress, I don't know, thread dot in progress runs dot in progress, or like what was it? Like, was it message in progress? No, it was message in progress. Okay, makes sense. Thread dot message dot, so we have in progress. And does in progress have data? No, it does not have data. So if this was just like this, and then we want a delta. Thread dot message dot delta, right? And then this will be, let's say yield so the yield type, or we can say this will be async generator of response stream structure. Yeah, that should be how it is. And then I can say data chunk is, I don't know, rest dot data dot delta or object, I'm not sure. Let's see. So it's inside delta, I guess, so it should be delta dot content dot add 0 dot there is a text dot value, although it does not, although it, I'll just do a ts ignore over here at the rate ts ignore. They haven't updated the types, but it is there. Can't we do this over here? I'm not sure. We can do this over here. So we can say I don't know how to do ts ignore in a range. Ts ignore in a range. So how do you do that? I don't see. It just doesn't tell me what I need to know. That's okay. Okay, so let's add other properties. So first of all, status, if it is in progress, then in progress or completed, not sure. So it shouldn't be even in progress. It should be like what is incomplete? It should be in progress. Completed, created, in progress. Yeah, so we can just call it, I don't know, status, and we can call it in progress. No, not started. And then this is in progress, and we can pass the status over here. directly. They are throwing error, but I'll fix the types in the main file, and then we don't need to pass the error right now. If there will be an error, we'll pass it. So if we go to types, here we have these things. This will be in progress and clear, not started. Let's see. I don't know. Export response status type. Yeah, these are the types. Export, this should be export type, and then this will be response status type. Yeah, so this could be, hold on. Oh, this is good. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, so here in the type we have these types. We can use the same type in the OpenAI Connect. So we can say this is this thing is basically of that particular type, right? And this should be, I don't know, not started should also be here, like not, oh, not started is already here. That's kind of good. So we have not started, and this should be in progress now. It should be status is equal to in progress, and then here that's the status. Good. Yeah, there you go. So that should be fine. So that's one structure. Then we would check for errors. So we can say if rest.event dot is equal to thread dot message dot let's see what are all different events. So then we get a lot of delta events. So let's kind of like handle the delta events right now. Okay. So is the delta event, and then we can say status, no status completed, but hold on. Then we want to yield data chunk. Oh, we have already handled the delta event. Okay, what else do we need to, we have handled the delta event. We need to handle the step completed, we don't care about that. Then we have completed will have, I think, response format auto, and then this should have a content or something like that. Where do we have that? So we have this completed. And then we don't need this. So, and then we don't need this. So let's do one thing. Let's now try it out. Let's see how does that goes on. Okay, we have object, all those objects, different objects. That's kind of weird. I think we're doing something weird over here. Yeah, that's weird, because again we need to print the text over here, which is not text, I get it, but yeah. So Let's wait. Yeah, that's what I expect. So when we get the completed chunk, we get the entire thing. But while we are streaming, so at the end, what we can do is we can just take the entire thing and we can just feed it in, and that's completed. That's exactly what we need, right? Uh, and this will be the same structure for all of the LLMs. Okay, great. So we have this. Great. Next thing, what we want is we want to set an initial context. So uh, this could be a conversation list, whatever you want. This could ideally this would be a conversation list, but let's do one thing. So this will be like basically we'll be creating a summary of this in like whatever, like something like 200 or 300 words, and we'll be feeding as an initial context to the LLM, as in, yeah. So let's try to do this. So this has to be a string, like that's a good thing. Yeah, this has to be a string. So oh, that's just instructions. Can I do that? Like, is that an option? This dot OpenAI dot beta dot. Oh, so I, sorry, this needs to be like this, and then I can do this dot OpenAI dot beta dot threads dot update this dot thread ID, thread dot ID, and then do we have, what is metadata? 16. This can be useful for storing additional information about the object in the standard format and querying for the object via API or the dashboard. No, I don't care about the metadata for now. At least we'll be caring it for later on, but later on, but not right now. This dot threads dot messages dot create instruct, I don't know, role assistant context. So again, if we don't have a thread, we have to create a thread. So if we don't have a thread, so let's create a function for this. I mean, we can write a private function for this. So private async create thread if not exists. So yeah, here what we can just call it like create thread if not exist, sorry, create thread if not exist. There you go. So if the thread does not exist, this will create it, and then we have this. Then what we have to do is we have to compress the context, and we'll have to think on like how can we do this to do that. Okay. This dot OpenAI dot beta dot chat dot completions dot, I don't know. How do you get like one time just one time completion? OpenAI chat API docs, API references, and then this is how you do it. So we'll just do like OpenAI responses dot create. I don't need a thread ID. Do I need? No. I don't need a thread ID. I simply have to do a model and then say GPT 4.1, right? And then I can say input. Uh, hold on. I have a call, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys, forget it. Like, can I don't know? Can you summarize this context? And I'll give the context, and I hope so. This will summarize all of that, and then I'll have, I don't know, what do we get? Response in this? How do you get the response over this? So get a response, and then this should be an async function again, right? So so I'll just summarize whatever context we have given. I get a response. Not sure how, like, what is the type of this response? Output text. Okay, so I can say if res dot output text is something, then we can just do this, and then we can give the context as remember as an assistant. I don't know, is this how you do it? Is this um I don't know how to prompt engineer this. I will remember this context. Hold on, again another call. Hello. I don't know, guys, we have lots of calls, but it's okay. So I will remember this context, whatever this context is. Let's hope this works. So this will set an initial context, and you can, I don't know, we can just say add context rather than set an initial context. And then we have set behavior. So we don't want this function, because again we are setting the behavior initially, so again we don't care. So let's kind of test this. Let's generate some fake data. Let's generate some fake JSON data. So generate JSON data for generate testing, I don't know, testing JSON data for um, data of students results, right? So we can say let students, and then I can do this, and then what I can do is I can just say, I don't know, rather than doing this, we can just paste this over here. After initializing, I can say await temp OpenAI dot set, I don't know, add context, and I can say JSON dot stringify students, and this should be able to take this context, this entire thing. Right now there would be some maximum data limit which we will test, but right now it's very temporary. I mean, like right now we just want to test that things are working or not. So we have students, and we are passing it as in context, we are giving it as a context, and then let's add the question, can you tell me what is the age of John, and and how he performed in the class. Yeah, so let's ask this question from the LLM now, and let's see what happens. So first of all, let's check the add context function. Once we do this, we just do this should be a wait, because again yeah, so there should be a wait, no response required. Let's do this. Wait, OpenAI Connect is missing few functions. That does make sense. Okay, so let's go to this LLM Connect module. We don't want this set behavior, and then set initial context is now add context, because again you can do this multiple times throughout the conversation. Where's the type? Yeah, now things should be fine. Yeah, let's wait. Will this work? Will this work? Is this, what is this doing right now? Let's try to, okay, we got the answer. The answer is John is 20 years old and he performs well in class, receiving an A grade. That's insane. That's exactly what we want, right? That's exactly the data which we fed. So this is the data which we fed. The context, as in context, that's what we gave, right? So these are the JSON student grades. John performed A, so he's performing good, and we gave it as a context before, so that's good. Okay, so level 1 achieved, right? Okay, so now we have to take this a little bit higher, because right now it's the same thing what OpenAI, this just does, right? With a little bit like making it easier to use. That's all what this is right now. Now let's add something which is not there in OpenAI. So let's do this. So we have added context. Next thing what we would like to do. Wait, hold on. So in the add context, right? So we have OpenAI Connect. Now let's write. Let's go to the README file. Index.md. It shouldn't be index.md. It should be readme.md. Okay. Yeah. So we have the OpenAI Connect we have written. Now we'll be writing Anthropic Claude Connect. Does Llama provide an online something like that? Some online APK or something like that? CLAUD Claude API. Start building developer docs. Okay, we have build with Claude, and then user guide, and then get started. Then what do? You have this kind of response, and then API reference. There is for Llama as well. That's kind of cool. So we'll go to TypeScript. We have to install Anthropic AI / SDK. This is quite similar, guys. This is almost the same, right? Llama API is in preview by Meta. Okay, that's good. So we can add Llama as well. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to do quite a similar thing with Anthropic. So this will be Claude LLM CLAUDE Claude AI Connect .ts, and then we can say class Claude AI Connect. Again, this is not what I want, so we'll just get rid of all this. We'll say implements LLM Connect module, and then we can go over here. We can just do this, send message and context. We'll definitely add more things to this, but for now this is what we have. So we can just say constructor, and then we can have Claude. We can have an interface. We can call it this, and then we can say API key. I think that's it. Do we have models and all things? Yeah, we do have models. There you go. So now we have a constructor, and we will have an API key. So we'll say private API key. So we'll say config Claude AI this is kind of good. And then what we do, we would have like init Claude Connect, right? Or like this should have like just an init function. Again, this would be same for all of them, so I would like the OpenAI Connect to also have this. Rather than OpenAI, this should be init, right? That's it. This will create an issue over here. Are we? Oh, that crashed. Okay, no. Init. Actually, we should not forget after running this, because each times it runs, it consumes my credits, right? So we have to be careful on that. What about the token limit for OpenAI and Claude? We will do that. It's one by one. Let's get the functionality done, and then we'll do the token and all those things. Yeah. So let's go to the Claude AI Connect. Okay. So we have API Connect, and then in the init. So again, this will also have model. So this dot, I don't know, model equal to config.model, and then this will be private model this, and then we can have, I don't know, this, what do they call this? Anthropic. Private Anthropic is equal to, so we have to install this particular SDK now. Let's quickly do that. Yeah, and add this SDK. Okay, we have added that SDK now, and then what we can do is now is we can just say this should be Anthropic. No import assistant. Anthropic from @Anthropic. I don't know. Is the spelling of Anthropic correct? I believe it is. Yeah. Okay. So we have Anthropic, and then what we can say is over here is we can say this. Sorry, we can say this. Okay. This dot Anthropic is equal to new Anthropic, and then we can say API key is this dot API key, and then we can have a message. Wait, so we need to implement the message functionality in the, so this is not an async. So again, all of this let's do in the init. Should we do it in the init? No, let's have it over here. Okay, so in the init we need to create our message, and this is logging. So this, again, this is not exactly that we want. So we have rate limits, we have messages, and then we have posts. So how do you deal with this? The question is, let's say you're creating a message, but that should be created under something, right? Then we have migrating text example, text completion. Then you have all those things which we don't care about. What? What? No way. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is compatible with OpenAI SDK. Are you serious? Okay, so if I just pass this as a model name, will it work? Like that will be insane. I don't know. Are both of the SDKs compatible? So this is our OpenAI, and again, in the temp, instead of this model, what if we pass this model? Will this work? Not sure. So if we just do yarn dev, what would happen? Model not found, model not found, model not found, all those. Okay, so that doesn't work. What is prompt library? Explore optimized prompts for breadth of business and personal tasks. What is time travel consultant? That's weird. Okay. Uh so what I'm thinking about is, like, you have this, right? That makes sense. But uh how do you do this? Use cases, build with model context. This is MCPs, which we don't like, we don't care about for now. right? So we have API references, then we have getting started, and then there's an authorization. All requests to Anthropic must include an X API key header that should have an API key. That makes sense. And then content type. Wait, hold on. Let me go here. Anthropic API always accepts JSON in the request bodies and return JSON in response bodies. You will need to send content type JSON header in the request. Okay. And response header request ID is a global unique identifier for that request. Okay. Anthropic organization ID is the organization ID which you have created. Makes sense. Okay. So what do? You just do this request for process the Anthropic API key, whatever. You just do this, and then you create a message, and then you say create. Okay, that's good. And then you have all the like initial message, and then that's how you do this. But this is pretty weird because again, how will you maintain a thread then, right? Because again, you need to maintain a thread. It's not about a single message, right? Let's do a little bit research on that. uh and then we have IP addresses, version, getting help, supported regions. Let's go to developer console. Let's see what we have. We have continue with Google. Let's continue with Google. Yes, continue. You are signing back into Anthropic. Yes, do it. Yeah. I am an individual. I am not an organization. Okay. So again, I have to being building with Claude for just $5. I have to use credits, bro. That's kind of sad. So launch your first app with $5 to use credit flexible. Okay. Now to again, I think I have to buy a credits. I'll buy credits and we'll be back again. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I have to go to Anthropic. First of all, let's see how do they do it. Then we'll buy the credits. Write a prompt from scratch. Generate a prompt. Existing API keys. I don't know. Generate a prompt. What is this? Explore documentation. API reference. The question is it like you always have like a list of all the previous conversations over here, and then you call that message, so you have to maintain your own thread? Is it like that? But that's the only thing which makes sense, I think. What a time. You need to buy credits to build open source framework. Yes. What a time to live. The thing is, see, even they being open source, the question is why they have open source, because they know that for an individual organization, right? Again, Claude is not open source, but for Llama, let's take an instance for Llama and all those things. Hosting those models is like insane, right? Uh, so there's no big loss. But again, that's kind of weird. Okay, so I think that's how they do it. We have to maintain our own thread, and that's how I think this works. So let's kind of buy credits now. It's time to buy some credits, guys. Anthropic, I don't know, API login, something like Anthropic console. Ah, I'll spend all my money on these on these LLM models, I guess. Continue this. Continue. Okay, buy credit $5. Yeah, whatever, just use this. Country India. Address, what's my address? Yes, use this one. Yeah, I don't care. State. Why do you need my address, bro? Like, come on. I am not this. Okay, that's the same. Oh, I don't know. That's it. Buy $5 credits. Hold on. Your imaginary mate. Hello, imaginary mate. What's up? Dude, create a repo so that we can also do a contribution. Sure. Just like I just want to have something reasonable and then I'll push it, right? Right now it's all very experimental here and there, so it's of no use. But I will push one whenever, like, at least like let me create the what do you say? Let me create the connect layer first, and then I'll push it. So I have my OTP 6 2 done. Confirm. I don't know. Have I written the correct OTP? Yes, I guess I have. They're very smart. So first they say $5, and then when you are almost done paying, they say plus $0.9 taxes. Okay, there you go. So we have the $5 credits. So we should be good now. Okay, manage credits. Let's go to this. Copy. What do you mean? I have just bought credits. Why do I have $0 credit remaining? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, ta-da. Do you want to see a magic trick? See. See? Magic. We have $5 credits now. That's good. Okay. So now I think again we have to manage our own thread for this. So let's code our thread. So where is OpenAI Connect? No, where's Claude? Where's Claude? Claude AI Connect. So we'll have something called thread for this. This will be simply an array of user type. So this will be an array of I don't know, role, which is a string, and then content, which is a string, right? And let's initialize this. So this dot thread is equal to an empty array because we don't have anything right now. In the send message, what we have to do is we have to just remove all this. Hey, what is this emoji war going on in my chat? Okay, this dot thread dot push as a user whatever message that user pushed, and then what we can do is we can have, and again we don't have any error management and all those things for now, so let's go here, let's go here. Yeah, that's more of what I want. TypeScript, like that's what I want. So role and content, and then it's anthropic, so you have to create this, right? So this is our anthropic.messages.create. Okay, so this has to be this dot anthropic dot messages dot create. Wait, we had batches streams. What is stream? Send a structured list of input text images whatever. So this has to be a model name, right? And then maximum tokens. Yeah, that makes sense because and then probably messages. This dot thread. Yeah, that makes sense. So the thing is, this is not of appropriate type because at least like according to this, just use if else instead of AI. Just use if else instead of AI. Bro, bro, that sounds tough. Too many if else. Okay, so we have messages, and this says this. So um, message param. So this should not be this. This should be an array of message param. Yeah, there you go. So that's the message param. Uh, I was on 99 subscribers, right? Am I finally now like, how many subscribers did I cross like the, I don't know. Let's check. I was having 99, something like that. Oh yeah. Wait. Okay. I don't know the exact count. But we are above. So it was 3099 and we are now 3105. So 7 of you. Salute. Okay. Okay, let's move ahead. We have this, and we have pushed the message, and we have passed the thread. So we should have the message right now over here, right? So we should have some response. I don't know why OpenAI has the API, and then they just the response is crazy. It just look at this, bro. Like I'm not kidding. Like look at this shit. Like why you could not have a simple response? Like why to have this jargon, right? Like and Anthropic, like just have a thread, man. Like why do you want me to manage your thread? Uh, right. So these are the suggestions for all these different models, all these different API providers. This has to be sync, and then this will be the message, and then this will be rest dot. I don't know. We have content dot. Oh, that's the text. Is context string? Context is like type. Okay, that's an array type text. Then the response will be type text. Okay, wait. Whatever the response is, let's wait. Is it like the full response? We cannot have streams. What are you saying? Don't say that. Okay. So this will be send message in the OpenAI. If I just go to this is like this is the return type, right? So I'll just quickly cut this. Right. It's get response, not it's so that's the send message, and send message looks good. How can I stream this? Hold on. Stream, and what's the configuration for that? How do you stream shit? I don't know. So we have create. We have all these things. Java. What the hell? What did we see? Java, guys. Java. Long time no see. Okay. So let's go get started messages, and then we have messages, and then we have all these things. Very bad documentation, Anthropic. Very bad documentation. You don't have all those things. Streaming messages, yes, that's what we need. And then you just do this, then you pass messages, model, and max token, and then on text you do this. That's what we want actually. And then so you basically have a response, and then what you can say is so I don't know. What's the return type of this? It's message stream. So we can just store this stream. Private message stream. And that has to be this, right? And then what we would do is, after doing this, we can say this dot, I don't know, this dot message stream is this, and then just to keep the structure same, we'll just do async get response for chunk of this. So if there is no message stream, then message stream is not initialized, please send a message first. That makes so much sense. And then chunk dot completion. What the hell is even chunk? Log chunk, right? And there you go. So get response is what we want, and add context we haven't done yet. So that looks good to me at least. Let's see does this work or not. So we'll go to temp, and we'll just comment all this, or like we can just remove it. I don't know. We need the API keys. Where is the API keys? API key, where are you? I don't know. This is the billing profile appearance. API keys. Yes, I don't have any API keys. I'll quickly create one, and what should I name this? I don't know. I don't know keys. I'll name this I don't know keys, and then we'll say this. Copy, close. We have copied this. I'll just paste this in my .env file. Hold on. And this will be CLAUDE Claude API key equal to this thing. Okay, there you go. So we have Claude API key. Copy this, close this, and then that's good. So we have Claude API keys. Const Claude is equal to new Claude. What was the name? Claude AI Connect. Why can't I just import stuff? I don't know. Import Claude AI Connect from // LLMs / Claude AI Connect. So we have this. It's angry with me because I might have not exported that stuff. Claude AI Connect. I might have not exported that stuff. So let's quickly, I don't know. Should I do this? Yes, I should do this. Export default Claude AI Connect. What are the chances that this will work without any issues in the first try? Connect, and then there you go. And then what do you need to pass? We need to pass API key, which should be process.env. I don't know, this thing. Otherwise, just pass some empty stuff. And then the model should be, let's take a model from here. Let's take a model from here. This Claude Sonnet, something like this. That should be the model. Wait, what is 1%? There's normal delayed response with fast real-time streaming response. Okay. There is a normal delayed response and a fast real-time response. Okay. Just out of curiosity, you seem to use class-based programming a lot of your streams rather than just functions. Why? Okay. See. Here I'm building a framework, right? So I would like the user to have a very structured experience, right? And when, for example, you're building an website, right, they're doing the functional programming is quite okay. Like I'm doing this class-based component because I want to have that, what do you say, I don't know, what's that word called, what type of Java is like, what kind of language? One is called functional programming and the other one is called what? Let me search, hold on. Functional programming versus yeah, so it's object oriented programming. So the thing is, I want to give it like an object oriented feel, because object oriented feels way structured when you have it as an API, or like object oriented makes much more sense when you're providing it as a library, when others are going to use it. When mostly it's you and your team, good, go for functional programming, great. But it's basically, I feel this is more structured, maybe. Yeah. AM creation, we have, I think there could be a better answer, but yeah, that's the core reason. I want this to be more structured, easy to manage, and the modules to be independent from each other so that you can use it individually. Yeah, those are the few reasons. Okay, let's go. Let's run this. Let's see, does this work? First of all, let's get rid of let's get rid of all these things. Let's get rid of all these things. We have Claude. We just want to do what? We want to do await Claude dot init, right? And then we do await Claude dot send message. Hello, how are you? And then we're gonna say this. Yeah, let's see. I don't know. Like, let's have it like res is equal to get response, and then rather than this, let's have this as res. Yeah. How many of you think this works? This will work in the first time? I don't think so. Nothing works in the first try. Oh wait, it worked. What are you? Are you kidding me? This actually worked. So this has a message start type event, and then you have a message. So yeah, that has all the usage information, right? And then you have content block start. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I'm here and ready, whatever this is. These are different code chunks. That's great. Is there something specific I can assist you with? And message stop. Okay, good. So this is working in the first try, so that's great. So first thing what I would like to do is I want to have that response to be like I don't know, I want to have the response to be in the same structure as what we have followed. So I'll just do yield. So we'll have, I don't know, why do we have it like this? I don't know. Async generate a string. What the hell? No string. It should be, what is the type? I don't know. It should response stream structure. That should be the thing. It should be response stream structure. Wait, no. Response stream structure. Yeah, that's what it should be. And then there will be status. So so if chunk, or like let's call it res, if res dot type equal to I don't know, that, then it would be in progress. Do we have a content? We don't have a content for this. Yeah, so we can have, I don't know, we can have an status over here, and then we can say stream response. No, stream, I don't know, what was that? I don't remember. It is response status type, so it should be response status type, and then not started, and then we can have, I don't know, we can, if this is this, then we can say in progress. Wait, why do we have it const? I don't know, this should be let, right? Yeah, and then wait, status not started, not assignment to, okay, so the not started is not something we can assign this to. We can say not started. That's kind of good. Okay, in progress, and then we can yield no, if this will be yield if res dot type is equal to let's check. So we have what we have content block delta. That's exactly what we want. And then this will be status in progress, and I don't know, dot delta dot type dot delta dot text. What do we have? Delta dot text, let me check. So delta have a text, and as there is some mystery to this which I'm actually not getting. I don't know why they just don't provide in their type completion this text thing. All like OpenAI and Anthropic both. So status will be status, and wait, why are we yielding over here? I don't know. So we have this, and stop completed. Yeah, so do we, so data block delta, and then we have delta and then stop, and then message stop. Okay, then it does not give like a complete thing at the end, because they change that repeatedly. I get it, but they do not give that complete thing at the end. That is like something which that's weird. So yeah, so the thing is, what we have to do over here is to keep the structure same or the behavior same among models. We have to maintain like a text thing over here, right? And then kind of like update that on every delta. So text plus equal to delta dot text, again same shit. Okay, so, and when this is completed, rather than this, we can just send the entire thing. Are you streaming? That's why. Wait, you are streaming. That's because they change that repeatedly. I get it. Yeah, makes sense. So we have this, and then this will have the same structure right now. So at least, uh, yeah. Let's try to run this. Yan, I don't know, dev. Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly what. So data chunk is this completed, and then we have completed, and data chunk is question mark at the end. So we have this, exactly what we need, guys, exactly what we need. And then after doing this, in this case, like in get response case, after this is all done, what we have to do is we have to say uh, this dot, I don't know, what are we calling this, this dot message stream is equal to undefined. Okay, done. So now we have to build add context for this Claude. So let's kind of do that. Again, this will not be object, this will only be string. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to summarize that. So the step would look the same for us. Summarize the context, and so res is equal to this dot anthropic dot messages dot create, and I don't know, messages, it will be role assistant. No, we cannot do this. We just have to push this in the context. So this dot threads dot push, and role cannot be system, role has to be, I don't know, role has to be assistant. Yeah, but this should exist, right? So if this dot, I don't know, this dot threads exist, this dot, oh, because, oh, I get it, this is the issue. So if this dot thread is not there, so if that doesn't exist, then just make it, no, this the thought, this dot threads dot push will say type, like what are things, we have role, so role is assistant, and then the context is the context is as an assistant, remember the following context, and we will pass the context. Okay, great stuff. We have the context pushing thing done. So this will remember the context, and yeah, looks good to me. And again, this should be, this can or cannot be a promise, but that's okay. uh Great. Do similar to that of OpenAI Connect, bro. It's the same. Okay, wait, but we are not summarizing it. That's you're correct, bro. You're correct. So we have to do a summary. So I don't know, context summary. I've done something wrong. Wait. Yeah, that's good. So I can say const context summary is equal to this dot thread dot what is reduce? not reduce, no reduce. It should be this dot anthropic dot messages dot, I don't know, create, and then it will be like role, I don't know, model, the same model which we are using. Let's use, I don't know, which model should I use? This one. Let's use this one. And then the messages, it will be very simple. Should be as a user. No, role should be user, right? And then content should be summarize the following content in a single line, not single line. Yeah, right. Wait, why are you angry? Why are you angry? Max tokens, I don't know, 1,000 token is good. Do we need metadata? We don't. Okay, so we have, are we, wait, no way, we were using all the context shit. I have to remember to turn this off again, otherwise it will again and again and again generate, and you keep using my tokens. That's sad. We forgot to turn off that, and I don't know how much tokens is left now. Let's see. Okay, what's my billing? I don't know how much does it look. What dashboard? Whatever, like whenever we are done we'll recharge again, no worries. I don't, at least I don't see this. Okay, so we have this, and then is it like an promise? Is this promise? Yes, this is a promise, so we'll have to do a wait, and then this should be a sync, right? And then dude, 3.7 is costly. 3.7 is costly. What are we using over here? What are we passing over here? Wait, hold on. Temp 3.7 on it. Yeah, let it be, like, you know, if that's like, that will be up to the user. Whatever model the user has supplied, will be using same for the summarizing also. So what we can do is over here, like, that's a good idea. We can use the same, like, we can use the same stuff. Wait, is this OpenAI? No. So this, you know, rather than using this model, let's use this dot whatever model the user provided, the same model. So context summary, and we would pass the context summary. Wait, context summary dot, so we have to do if context summary dot content dot, I don't know, is that text? How do you do that? Where's the documentation? Not this one, but like normal messages. Yeah, create, and then you get context, inside that you get the text. Okay, makes sense. So you get the content, that's an array, inside that you get the text, if that there is something like that, if there is this, right? So let's call it const res is equal to this, right? So if res exists, then we just go over here and say, I don't know, res dot text, and this will give us an error. That's stupid. TS ignore error. Okay, and then what we can do is we can say else, and we can throw an error, no response from the system, or like cannot summarize the context. Okay, time to test this again. Okay, and let's try to use this add context now. So let's go to temp, and 3.5. Yeah, you're correct. I can use 3.5. What are the different models available though? Let's see. What are the different models available, bro? I have to go over here, and so am I passing the model? So here, do we need to pass the model? No, here we need to pass the model. So we just say this what are different models available? So we have Claude 2.0, 3.5. Let's use 3.5 Sonnet. That looks good. Let's copy this and like let's no, I'm doing something bad. Control Z, 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 Z. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's go to temp and let's pass that particular thing which we no man, where are all the models? Like shit. What I can, we lost that configuration. Hold on. I need that auto completion, man. What is the type of that? Then I can basically use that. Here this anthropic messages dot model. Um, 3.5 sonnet latest. Yeah, let's use this. Let's copy this from here, paste this over here. Yeah, and let's revert this. Use this, go over here, save this, and yeah, that's good. So let's add a context over here. Let's do like, I don't know, some data is equal to name some student, like let's say J, maths marks something like 90, or like I don't know, yeah, that's, and then probably English marks, and then science marks, and then let's do this. Yeah, whatever, we have some sample data. Let's add it as a context. So after initializing, what we'll do is await Claude dot add context, and then what you can do is you can say json.stringify data. Yeah, okay. And rather than asking this question, what we would like to ask is, we would like to ask, can you give me the average marks for each student in maths, English, and that. Still context summary part is not similar to OpenAI context. I get it, bro, like, but let's test this one and then we'll make it exactly similar. But like uh will this work? Let's fire this up. Let's see what does this do. I'll calculate the average marks for each for J. Yeah, that works. This works, guys. This works. Amazing. So we have context part, and you're saying the context part is not the same. Let's see. Let's have a look. So if you go to OpenAI Connect, right, for adding the context, what do you see? We have a context, right? What do you see? We get the context as a string, and we generate a summary and we pass it to the thread, right? That's what we do. Here, if you look in the Claude AI, that's exactly what we do. We add the context, we get the context, we create a summary, we add it to the thread, and then in the next message, it automatically takes that thread, because again, we are the one who is maintaining the thread. It's not the, you're getting it right, it's not the Anthropic. Okay, great stuff. So now we have 2 of the connect models done. I think we are good to push this now to GitHub, right? OpenAI Connect and Claude. Good. So let's create a git ignore, right? And let's add .env first thing. And do we need to add anything else? Yeah, we need to add node modules. And do we need anything else? I don't know. Dist, maybe we'll use dist. Yeah. Okay. And let's have a temp folder. Should we have a temp folder? No. Always ignore this temp file. So always ignore this src/temp.ts file, because again, create a legendary readme. Create a legendary readme. I should have something working. So like once I'll have the initial version 1, I'll have a legendary readme. Right, let's initialize this. Wait, no, sorry, get init. Yeah, done. How many files do we have? We have all these files. This one, 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 all these things. Okay, good. So I think we are good to push this one, but we'll have to create a repo first. Let's quickly do that. Github.com, and then let's go and click on new repo, and this will be our description. I don't know what should be the description now. Let's not give a description, and this will be a public repo. And let's copy the SSH stuff. Get get remote add origin, and then this is what I want to add, and then get, I don't know, get add everything, get commit. Let's have it like initial version. Now what did I do? Connect layer for OpenAI and Anthropic, right? Okay, yeah, that's what I did. So it should be git commit, okay, and git push hyphen u origin main. Hey, we are done. So if I just refresh this, we should have all the code. That's great. Oh, this issue, this is something which I hate. This config, I don't know, user dot name, it's me, and then git config user dot, I don't know, user, git config user dot email, my email. Yeah, okay, that's better. From next time it will do the right thing. Oh wait, I moved the wrong window. Okay, good stuff. So we have we have this for now. If you guys would do the honor and start this repo, we can get some more developers on board. We can get some contributors here, so that would be amazing. I'll just share this. Hold on, can I paste this? Oh, I can paste this. That's good. Okay, there you go. I pasted this. Can I pin this? I don't know. I cannot. Hold on. Go live. And then we have this, and then we have, I don't know, name is Thor. Suggest a better name, man. Like that's an insane name to have. I know. This is the thing, and I was thinking, let's name this that God of Wars, like God of Wars, God of War name. What was the name of this guy? Uh, Atreus. In the app, it sounded like Atreus. Kratos. We can have it like as Kratos. Like this is the character of God of Wars. We can name this Kratos. This one. I've been playing a lot of God of Wars these days, so we can name this Kratos. Kratos sounds good, right? Should we rename this our repo to Kratos? You know, I would like to ask you guys. Should we rename? Let's do a rename. Let's name this Kratos. Settings. How do you rename this stuff? I don't know. Yeah. So let's name this Kratos. Kratos. Rename. Yeah, Kratos is available. Rename this. Do this now. So now we have Kratos. Good. Now, name updated. Okay. I still see 0 stars. Guys, go and give a star. Come on. Come on. We should have at least 1 star right now. So let's increase this. I'll star my own repository. And now it's your turn. Right? It's been. Wait, hold on. No way. Okay, good. Good stuff. Right. Okay. Change. Oh, the URL is now. Okay, that makes sense. Hold on. Let's remove this and unpin this. Go to this. Copy this. And now paste this. There you go. Now you have the correct URL, and let's pin this. Yeah, great. Now let's move forward. Like let's move forward. Now we have to create the one unifying layer. Now we have to create one unifying layer that kind of like that binds all this, right? And we will call it LLM connect. So we have all these different connects. We'll have one LLM connect. We'll call it LLM connect. LLM connect. I don't know. Uh, so I think this part, right? We have written the connect layer, the unifying connect layer, and the chat storage and restoring the context part. We'll do that to like in the night because my friends called me and I have to go. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping up the stream. I hope so you guys enjoyed the stream, and it was amazing. I can see 16 likes. You guys are great. I see no questions. Come on, ask few questions, guys. I'm waiting. I think the chat is delayed, so I'm just waiting for questions. Let's drink some coconut stuff. Is it me who cannot see the questions? I don't know. You guys are not asking questions. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, then I'll be wrapping this up. Okay. लगता है बर्फ पड़ने वाली है. Where? In your place? Okay. Then thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye bye, and take care. New tools folder is coming soon. Oh, that's amazing. See, dude, what are you building exactly? Um, I'm building. Go to README and you'll get it. This is what I'm building. See, read this. You'll get it, right? To my GitHub repo. Go to my GitHub repo and you'll get it. Okay, then I have to go, guys. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great day.